You will complete this tutorial before beginning your wire figures. In order to start that, we need to learn how to create the figure. So we will start with creating 8 sections on our paper, and then we will add the drawing of the figure as well. So what you need is the piece of paper that I gave you, folding it in half, and please put your name at the top. And we are going to start at the top. I'm going to use a purple marker so that you can see easier. We're going to start with the very first line, and you're going to go to your middle fold. Now what you're doing is going every 4 lines to create a section. So if you want to do this, either at first or throughout the whole page, that's up to you. So you are counting off every 1, 2, 3, 4 lines and then making a divided section. This will be 1 and 2 and so on. If you feel like writing the numbers, if that's easier for you, please go ahead. I am going to count. You just work at your own pace. And it will bring you right to the very bottom. Number 8. We say it's 8 because we say that the human figure is approximately 7.5 to 8.5 heads tall. So as you can see here, we're going to take this one measurement of section 1 and create the human figure in proportion. So the first thing will be, you can use this. I'm going to have my drawing pencil. Think of this as the spine. I'm going to continue down through section 4. So the first thing we'll do is create the head shape. Think about not a perfect circle, not a perfect oval. I just maybe a little bit bigger at the top. And then think about the chin for the bottom. And it's bigger than my thumbprint. And it's right in the middle. What we know is that one head width is on either side, and that marks the shoulder. In section 2, note in section 2 is where the shoulder is going to be. Every joint, I tend to make a circle to show the ball joint. So again, one head width bounced out here in section 2 is the shoulder. From here to here, double that down to section 2. Neck connecting to shoulders. Okay, next I like to do rib cage at nearly the bottom of 3. Let's say it's this line at the bottom of 3rd section. That's belly button. In order to do the torso, I do a, this is like the rib cage. So it's like a letter U. And again, these are general, super basic proportions. People have different height, different body types and bone structures, but this is pretty general. All right, keeping in line with that, right across and under the shoulder is the elbow. If you were to press your own arms into your sides, you could feel that they press in right at the elbow and the belly button. So these 3 somewhat line up. We're going to take from here to here, creating the upper arm. And then wrist will be at the bottom of 4. So I'm going to put a circle here and here for 4. And that creates the lower part of the arm. At the moment, it looks like a stick figure. So we want to add a little bit of bulk. Think of an oval shape, drawn almost like a teardrop, stretched out. I'm gonna join this and add like a collarbone. And then we're gonna add a smaller circle here for the lower part of the arm. And your goal is to try to make them similar, as symmetrical as possible. This is mostly just for learning proportion. Okay, pelvic bone, we're gonna do the opposite of the rib cage. So we're gonna make kind of an umbrella shape. Goes right here. And this is not specifically male or female either. It's just very general. All right, before we go down to the legs, let's do hands. Just a simple kind of mitten shape is just fine. Actually, it looks like a skinny letter D. Just to keep it simple. From here, bottom of 6, kind of in line with the outer part of the rib cage here. I'm going to come down and do knees. Bottom of section 6. Okay. Let's give that some bulk. All right. Bottom of 7 is the calf muscle, and then we'll bring it down to the ankle. So why don't we do ankle first? Here's ankle, the bottom of 8, bottom of 8. This is your calf muscle. Bottom of your leg. And then feet, again, kind of like a flip-flop shape. It can come out. Almost like a U. I'm going to run out of space, and you are as well. So just kind of a... yeah, it's a little shiny because it's graphite. You can see it. I'll put this final copy on Google Classroom as well, so you can work with the final result too. Okay, another thing I like to do, just a little detail, at about halfway down the face, a little higher than half, a slightly curved line indicates the eye line, and it just gives it a little bit of a more human face. Okay, last thing to do is label. So right here, I'm going to start at the top with section 1 has head. And we did the spine as well. Top of section 2 is shoulder. Line 3 is going to be your mid chest. Here we say belly button, comma, elbow. Section 4 is the pelvis / hip, comma, and wrist. Section 5, what you should know about that one, that is the mid-thigh. Um, 6 here we see the knee, the calf, ankle, and of course the foot. So that's the layout. That's your basic proportions, general proportions of a human figure. Now you are able to have this as a guide as you start to bend the wire. It'll be this size, and you can actually shape it to your drawing. Happy sculpting!